You're listening to a Comics XF podcast.
X-Men. Get it!
Hey everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Battle of the Atom. This is your weekly X-Men podcast where we rank every story from A to Z.
I'm Adam.
And I am the bad boy of X-Men podcasting. It's the werewolf who wears Zack's skin. Adam.
Yes.
The thing about wearing somebody else's skin is that...
Sounds gross.
Well, what I'm afraid of is that my skin's going to start to have a Sloth from Goonies situation where I'm a little melted.
Sure.
And I'm going to need to find some way to keep this body, which I have grown quite accustomed to.
Can I make a recommendation? Just from reading a lot of comics, one thing you could do is perhaps encase yourself in a suit of armor, metal, maybe wear a cloak over that.
Just to hide my imperfection and ugliness, correct?
Yeah, well, you're looking great now, but as you said, you're a little concerned. So maybe go be a man in an iron mask.
That's one great way that we could seg into this episode. The other would be to do bits about MF Doom.
Yeah.
Who I don't know anything about.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm not, but people can see what my werewolf suit looks like. I'm not a guy that listened to rap. It's fine.
Can I just make a recommendation?
I would love to hear a recommendation.
Real easy intro MF Doom texts. You go Mad Villainy, which is his collaboration with Madlib. It's an absolute classic. And the other one I would recommend is Food, which it's
the Weird Al thing where he did a whole album about food. It's the same bit.
There are a lot of food things on the album, but a lot of comic book references, a lot of old Marvel records getting into the mix. So those would be my recommendations for you and or listeners who have not ever listened to the late great MF Doom. But this week we're not talking about MF Doom, but we're weirdly enough talking about Dr. Doom, who I don't know if most people would consider an X-Men villain.
Right. Robert Downey Jr.'s character from oh my gosh. Hey, can we just sidebar? I want to be clear. None of those movies have come out. Blah, 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 blah.
No. Who knows? It may never come out. I don't know.
Literally the dumbest and worst and most desperate idea I've ever seen, right? Just the most we have to do something. We already put all of our eggs in the Kang basket, and that failed in ways we weren't expecting, as opposed to the ways that all Kang stories fail because Kang's just an inherently bad and dumb character.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get on to the Walter Disney Plus application and watch these movies 4 months after they come out.
Fire up a movie in which Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom, and in scenes with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Channing Tatum's Gambit. That's going to be fun.
It's just
it's weirder things to not happen.
In the mask, that's the thing. They're not going to. You put Terrence Malick behind that mask. I don't know.
It's okay, man. It's going to be a Mandalorian situation anyway. I'm sure.
No, it won't. No, it won't. Pedro Pascal was nowhere near as marketable of a face.
No. I'm just saying, whether Robert Downey Jr. is actually there on set in the suit, walking around. I don't know about that, or whether it's voiceover time.
I cannot venture a guess. All I can say is, you know what? I admire the fact that they are batting 1,000 on getting Doom wrong. Actually, I'll take that back. The Roger Corman Doom stands supreme as the best, most Doom that's ever doomed.
Oh God. Have you ever watched the documentary about that?
I have not.
If you ever want to just have a pity party with a bunch of people, for a solid hour and a half, watch that documentary. And the actor who plays Dr. Doom is still to this day tabling as Doom His son is now obsessed with cosplaying as Doom, and this guy still wants there to be a director's cut of the Corman, and he wants to go back into the studio and ADR all of his lines. And you're like, bro, give it up. It's time.
Man, no, dude, that has gotten his kids through college. Are you kidding? He's gonna milk. That's a job for him now. Like his job is just like, I show up on weekends as Dr. Doom places, and I get enough money to cover the airfare and then a little bit of profit. That's it. Love that for him. Actually, the second most Doom that's ever doomed, just because we're already talking about it, is at the end of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, where Doom's running around riding on the surfboard with the Power Cosmic. That is the one moment where I'm like, hold on. Hold on, are these movies good? And the answer is a resounding no.
No.
But that moment, beautiful. I've still not seen the new Fantastic Four movie. Maybe Doom's in that. I doubt it.
I don't want to spoil that for anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
You can spoil it for me personally, and we can cut this out. Is Doom in it?
Doom.
Okay, and it's just like
it's not exciting.
Adam, you and me hate that. Continue.
You said something interesting before we started recording, that you may not actually like Dr. Doom. Which I thought was interesting, because I think Dr. Doom is generally agreed on as everybody's favorite Marvel villain.
Which is wrong. Dr. Doom, I said to you, I'm not sure if I like Dr. Doom or if I like Jack Kirby and Jonathan Hickman, and vis-a-vis, I have enjoyed some very important Dr. Doom. Because Dr. Doom, here's the thing about Dr. Doom. Folks, by the way, before we get into the Dr. Doominess of it all, this episode's brought to you, like every episode, from the nice folks over on patreon.com/Battle of the Atom. If you want to be a supporter of this great podcast, you can go over there, drop a couple of coins into our coffers, and you'll get a whole episode based on your suggestion. So we don't talk about Fantastic Four characters, because Adam had it on his list of things we should talk about for like 3 years.
It rhymes with boom. Doom rhymes with boom. We just talked about boom boom. Now we're talking about doom.
We didn't plan this episode until after the boom boom episode. If so, we would have done bits during. But no, what I was saying is, and we can all agree with this, Dr. Doom's pretty dumb. Just
Dr. Doom rules, dude.
Dr. Doom's pretty dumb. Like, his name is Victor Von Doom.
That's awesome.
I'm saying this as a man with an X-Men podcast. So real recognize real.
Yeah.
Stupid name. Very dumb.
I disagree.
Very Stanley, master of first idea, best idea. Love
it's
that.
Alliterative. It's scary. It's perfect.
Is it scary?
Doom.
Look,
Dr. Doom is scary. He's going to bring your doom.
Yes.
He's smart enough. He's a doctor.
First appearance of Dr. Doom. First appearance. He looks exactly like Dr. Doom from day one. Jack Kirby, undefeated.
Nailed it.
Immediately, he's like, well, I don't like you, and here's my time machine. Go be Blackbeard, the Thing. And again, that rules.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly, also, I'm the world's best sorcerer. I run my own country.
Yep.
And I hate one man specifically.
I'm not sure what you're trying to convince me of, because this sounds great. Please continue.
I think Doom's a pretty one-dimensional character. If he is, if he is written by someone who is not good, and unfortunately, due to his popularity, a lot of people try and write Dr. Doom and are bad and annoying about it, and I don't like it. And it's weird because there's also a group of people that are like, well, Doom, and we'll talk about this explicitly in one of the comics today.
Yes, we
There's
will.
a group of people like, well, actually, Doom's a noble monarch who is so respectful and great and is actually a hero if you come to think of it. And then there's other people who are like, Doom's the most evil man. Like, you guys understand that. Like,
well, hold on a sec.
Very much, he has the Grant Morrison's Magneto problem with him, where because Magneto that Grant Morrison read was Dr. Doom, Grant Morrison was like, yeah, well, he's evil, and you guys just spent the last decade making him evil again, so he's just super evil, right?
Well, you're forgetting the third camp, which I do want to address when we get to one of these stories, which is the like canon crusaders, which is who decides which is actually Doctor Doom in a story and which one is a Doom bot retroactively, which is an ongoing thing in a lot of these stories.
Hey, I don't know. It truly is. And I've come to think of this, that comics as a whole are split up into two real camps. And I think it's best exemplified by the Peter David, Todd McFarlane debate.
Sure.
Where one is looking towards the future and one is constantly looking towards the past.
Shirts and skins.
Yes. Jeez, folks, if you don't know about this debate, go look up Todd McFarlane, Peter David Comic-Con thing. They got into a debate, and essentially it was one of those things that happens on Twitter where one side is being very serious and the other side is joking around and just like they're bored that evening. But they made it everyone else's problem. But I also think that debate is very well exemplified in Chris Claremont and John Byrne. And John Byrne, definitely on the side of, no, we have to do things this way. I don't know what John Byrne sounds like. I don't know why I gave him a cool voice.
He's definitely not cool.
I don't know. Have you seen that picture of him with all the guns in his weird house?
No, that sounds not cool too.
Oh, I'm going to send you some pictures later.
Please don't send me pictures of John Byrne. I don't want that.
One of them has him pointing a rifle right down, or a pistol right down the barrel.
Don't want that. No, thank you.
Wizard Magazine publishes. Adam, you should find this. Talk to Anna. Anna knows about this. There's no way Anna does not know about this.
Through her studies on Wizard Magazine, I'm sure she does. However, I don't like John Byrne. Anyway, you're saying keep going.
I don't either. I want to be so clear. I don't either. And because of those people, I think Doctor Doom is a very easy character to write really poorly and a very hard character to write well. And I think like two people have really, really succeeded at it. And there might be a third. I haven't read that Mark Waid run. I hear it's pretty good.
I think lots of people write fun Doom. It's a character that you can do a lot of different ways. Why don't we start with how Chris Claremont does it in the Uncanny X-Men run from 145 to 147. This is X-Men versus Doom and Arcade. This is Chris Claremont writing. These amazing David Cockrum and Joseph Rubinstein on art with colors by Glynis Wine.
This is the return of Dave Cockrum.
Yeah.
Filling in, or not filling in, but taking the place of John Byrne, who quit in a huff.
That is correct. And gotta say, he's killing it. The art looks fantastic here.
People don't, like, if you go back to the fan press, people were freaking out when Cockrum left this book the first time.
Yeah. He was the guy.
On one hand, it is very much them be like, I don't know what to do. Let's just bring Cockrum back on this. Like, it is playing the hits a little bit, but it's not long enough for it to like be set. And Chris Claremont still wants to move forward, so I'm fitting to let it ride. You know?
Yeah.
It feels like he was like, "Hey, Dave, you're back. What do you want to do?" And he was like, "Doctor Doom? Can we do a Doctor Doom one?"
I love the way this starts too. Storm is on a outing with Stevie Hunter to the ballet at the Met. And I love how catty she is. Like, she's there because Kitty has the flu. And Stevie Hunter is like, just being really passionate about the ballet. And Storm's like, God, everyone loves this Stevie Hunter. Why can't I? And it's like, man, Storm, just being cutthroat there. It's pretty great. But all of the X-Men's loved ones, including Stevie Hunter, Candy Southern, Ileana Rasputin, who else gets abducted here? But a bunch of loved ones get abducted. Oh, Sarah Gray. They get abducted by Arcade. Now, this is all coming on the heels of a story that took place involving Toad. In Marvel Team Up, we're not covering. Marvel 2-in-1 68.
Hey, Adam. Have you read Marvel 2 and 168?
I have not, but I don't think it really has much to do with this.
Oh, you need to read Marvel 2 and 168.
Oh, really? Why?
Y'all know about Toad World, right?
Yeah, he sets up an amusement park in one of Doctor Doom's old castles, right?
This is the Toad World. This is Toad World. You have to understand everything about Toad World is good and pure and beautiful, and I love it. Toad sets up his own theme park. Dr. Doom says, well, this castle's good enough, and takes it over with arcade.
Well, wasn't it originally Doctor Doom's castle and he was pissed that Toad took
Yeah,
it over?
it was his castle upstate.
Yeah, I love this.
Where upstate is, as I've gotten to New York,
Yeah.
I am more and more like, okay, I know where things are now instead of just hearing on them on TV. Okay, it's somewhere in the Adirondacks.
That's what it says here, yeah.
So you think Dr. Doom was just like, I don't know, popping out to Syracuse and checking in on some things?
I guess he's got to have some embassy
Doom
style
commuting from
locations. Yeah, he's flying around.
I love this.
So anyway, the X-Men go in two directions. So we've got an A team and a B team here. They pull Havoc and Polaris out of retirement, which, God, they seem not happy about. And team them up with Iceman and Banshee. Talk about a B team.
I like it. It's Banshee without his powers and Iceman, a character that people forget. Chris Claremont had. I don't care about that. That's the same level of, is it a Doombot to me? I saw a video, and I didn't send it to you, but I should, Adam. I saw a video today about people laughing about Cyclops' punches from the punch dimension and them not being lasers. And I love that because it's obscure, dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, it doesn't matter if they're lasers or not. Like, that's the least mattering thing that's ever mattered. Like, that's, and I say this affectionately, comic book nerd stuff. Like, no one needs to care about that. What I was going to say is something else that no one needs to care about is Chris Claremont's feelings on Iceman, which are non-existent.
Oh, yeah. It's nothing.
He never writes Iceman again after this. I love it. He does like 3 issues of Iceman. He's like, I got nothing for this kid.
So we've got at least the first 2 issues, which is 145 and 146, where essentially all the X-Men are in classic arcade fashion trapped in Toad World / arcade murder world. And this is going to be the thing that's going to stop their powers. The more interesting part of this is Doom having romantic dinner with Storm and recognizing game versus game, but then realizing, Storm's really powerful. I should encase her in chrome.
Dr. Doom, pragmatic.
Yeah. Not
this
forward thinking on this plot, though.
This does start a beautiful tradition that'll go on for like the next 20 issues of every male villain and several female villains falling in love with Storm.
Yes, immediately.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's so funny that it keeps happening.
It is really funny. Also because Doom is like completely oblivious to the fact that while Storm is encased in this, she's causing like a category majillion hurricane that's just on this castle, and it's not going well.
It's because of Doom's great hubris.
Yes.
Which he just sits there like, I am Doom. You must all do Doom things for Doom.
It's a pretty good Doom voice. I like that. That was better than your John Byrne voice. I like
You know what? I'm trying. I feel like it has too much of Magneto's X-Men, welcome to die. No, but I even did that one differently. Anyway,
you did.
It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Well, by 147, Storm has escaped the Chrome and it basically emerges as Storm the Goddess from Giant Size. And the cover boasts, "We did it before. Dare we do it again?" As if they're going to make Storm go Dark Phoenix. And
they're leaning into that in the story, though.
Yeah, but this story doesn't have the gravitas for that because it's like, oh, Wolverine's got to get out of an optical illusion, and Colossus has to fight some rocks. It's like, okay.
Colossus explicitly doesn't have to fight. That's what he does. He has to choose to be weak. which is an
Yes.
interesting thing. Angel has to dodge a lot of things. By the way, Angel will soon be written out of this book also.
Yes.
At the same time, the B team, they're kind of fun. I
Mhm.
like that Chris Claremont was like, here's some other guys.
Well, the B
And
team
they're
is
not a weird
actually
team,
they're
but
the
yeah.
ones saving the friends, which is good. You know, the A team are the ones that are just kind of trying to escape and like, hey, Storm, could you not kill all of us, please? We think we saved the day, and you know, that's pretty much how it goes. Like at the end, Doom and Storm are like, you know what, you're kind of cool. Like, just let's just walk away from this one, and it's a little anticlimactic at the end.
It's because you can't do everything with Doom. Like, one, this isn't Fantastic Four, so Doom doesn't get to do any, like, Doom just can be in this story, but Doom cannot change in this story. And Doom can never change. He is Doom. He is constant.
Yes.
Um
Except as we will learn in the next story we're going to cover, this is retconned later to not be Doom,
in
which
incredibly petty stuff. Listen,
I hate that.
do not respect John Byrne. The pettiness?
It's so stupid.
It's hard not to be. John Byrne gets mad because he this is all in a different comic. But in this comic, Arcade lights a match on Doom's chest to smoke a cigar. And Doom does not react beyond like, get a load of this guy.
Yeah.
John Byrne is so mad about this that he retcons that into being a Doombot because he's like, there's no way noble pure Doom would let anyone besmirch him like that. It's like, John, this is the least important thing.
It really is. It's a visual gag, you know, with Arcade and Doctor Doom.
This book has a killer roller coaster in it. Like, you're taking a few things too seriously here, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So what'd you think of this on the whole? Do you like it?
It's fun.
Yeah. It's a little repetitious given how many of the X-Men have to get trapped and escape. Like each one of them turns into like page after page of them like in the thing and then trying to escape from the thing.
It's the Murder World trick. In a team book, everyone gets their own special unique obstacle, which means you have pages upon pages about that. And now with decompression, you also have to have pages on, well, why is this trap emotionally resonant to them? And we only have 20 pages. And I guess for marketing, we have 8 people on this team. So like these arcade plots can stretch out.
They can. We do have other arcade stories on our big old list. Zach, why don't you tell our listeners about this gigantic thing that just keeps growing? Should I rephrase that?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Normally I'm the one that is saying crass things that may or may not make the episode. I tell Adam to edit a lot of stuff out. I don't know how much of that happens. I'll never know.
It's okay. It's a good mystery.
Maybe there's a recurring bit on the show that I'm not aware of where I'm saying to edit things out. That would be incredible. That's incredible. That's incredible that we have that situation that exists. Anyway, another situation that we have existing is our list, which has 1,092 X-Men stories ranked from best to worst. We've been doing this for years, folks. The best X-Men story is House of X Powers of 10. The 250th best is This Time in New Mutants Where Magic Fought Forge. Number 500 on this list is This Time Cannonball Fought Gladiator. And then some Shi'ar space stuff happened that, like, we're not getting into. 750 is Exiles, A Blink in Time. 1,000 is X-Men Manifest Destiny. And 1,092, the worst X-Men story of all time, is 2099 World of Tomorrow. Okay, so this is, I don't know what, at 300 we have Shatterstar, the Tim Seeley book.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is better than that, but I'm not sure if this is better than the New Mutants or the New Mutants Magic and Forge stuff at 250.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to go. This is probably on par with a 290, the Magus story from Uncanny X-Men 192.
Yeah, probably.
It's not as good as Power Pack 19, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
I would agree with that. No, I like Power Pack better. Or
Yeah.
that issue of Power Pack better.
I mean,
I
I'd
like
say
that issue of Power Pack better.
the art is better, but the story is much more repetitious. So it's not as good as Sabretooth Volume 1.
It's not. I would put it above Generation X -1.
Okay.
Below Sabretooth Volume 1, number 1.
Great. So our new 289 is Uncanny X-Men 145 to 147.
The book takes a minute after Dark Phoenix Saga and Days of Future Past. And then it's like, what are we doing now?
Yeah. Yep.
Claremont gets that way. Every once in a while, he had to say, wait, we got like 6 months where I don't actually know what I'm doing.
Well, that is exemplified by the next story we're going to talk about, which is Uncanny X-Men number 197. Again, written by Chris Claremont, penciled by John Romita Jr., inked by Dan Green, with colors by Glynis Oliver. This is a sequel. It's straight up a sequel of what we were just talking about, but instead of the entire X-Men and the B team, it's pretty much just Colossus and Kitty.
It's just Colossus and Kitty. They get a weird house call as Colossus is having odd guilt about Zasha from Secret Wars.
Boy, we're still dealing with Zaji.
Who cares? Literally a nothing character.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim Shooter.
To be fair, I think Jim Shooter was very astute in being like, hey, Chris, I know you're not doing anything wrong with it, but this Kitty's a 14-year-old. And I know Peter's your youngest character, but he is explicitly 19, and you did draw him having a 3-way with some Savage Land chicks before, so maybe they're in a different place in their life. And I'm going to fix that.
Did you notice that this issue does end with Kitty and Colossus saying, you're not as young as you think you are, and her saying you're not as old as you think you are? Like, that's a line from this comic? Interesting choice, Chris.
I mean, they did date. That's just like, it's like, that's a thing. People who dated and know that they had a problematic age gap, and part of their breakup was because of that age gap. That's something they would joke about later.
Yeah.
I buy that.
So they get abducted.
Well, yes, by Arcade.
Mm-hmm. By
who
Arcade.
Needs a favor.
He does need a favor. He would like to be protected from Dr. Doom. Sort of.
So he wants to be protected from Dr. Doom, who he says is mad at him from that last time.
Yes.
Which is
pretty funny.
It is funny, especially if you're Chris Claremont and was like, John was mad about that? Fine, whatever. I'm going to work that into my story somehow. I'm going to do something with that. Like, can you imagine being Chris Claremont and having someone explain to you like how mad Byrne was about that? Either Claremont was really worked up and like, I can't believe John would do this. Like, that's just ridiculous. Or Claremont was like, really?
Yeah. Well, and he acknowledges it in the story that the canon is now that was a Doombot, but now this while it looks like Dr. Doom is on their case the entire time, and Kitty and Colossus have to assemble a team of robots that Arcade built of the X-Men to try and defeat Dr. Doom. It does turn out that this is not Dr. Doom yet again. This is Miss Locke, who has a Sabretooth Wolverine type relationship with Arcade, in which she tries to kill him on his birthday every year. And
I want to be clear, because there's going to be people who are going to read into this, and they're going to read into this the wrong way. Yes, it is a sex thing.
Oh yeah, they're gross.
Most relatable Arcade's ever been. He just wants a powerful woman to hurt him, and I get it, buddy. I hear ya. I know you want to fear for your life.
Poor Arcade and Miss Locke and their troubled ways. And
look, that is such a Claremont, like, oh, look at these weird freaks. This is how he gets off. Because that's the story.
Pretty much. Because at the end of this, after it turns out it's Miss Locke, it's just like, oh, yeah, Kitty, Colossus, you guys, hey, can I give you a ride home? And they get a ride home to the X-Mansion from Arcade in his like white Cadillac. It's so funny.
Arcade is not a character that you can have in any medium except for comics and also video games. Arcade on TV is bad. Arcade needs to be this weird dude that would not exist in reality. He is 100% gimmick, and then also he's only so committed to the gimmick. Do not try and make Murder World. People try and overdo Murder World. They try and make Murder World what it isn't. And you know what Murder World is? It's a big pinball machine.
Yeah. And
it's a roller coaster that hurts you.
In the pinballs, that's all.
That's what Murder World is, a gimmick, and giving me the real Murder World or giving me like the dark, gritty Murder World reboot. That's not what I want in life.
No, I don't want that.
I like that. I like that it builds on the Doctor Doom stuff. I like that it does have some fun Kitty and Colossus like friendship relationship. Like, what's their new normal built into this? Because I mean, how many issues ago did they break up? It wasn't that long ago. Like within the last year, yeah.
Well, this is coming off the heels of Secret Wars 2. So, like, the issue before this is a Secret Wars 2 tie-in. So I guess it's been a little spell.
I was thinking of when He'll Never Make Me Cry, the Juggernaut bar fight issue is, which is really what I think of when I think of their breakup.
Yeah. And that's 180.
That's 183. Right? So yeah, it's been like a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's a really smart move for Claremont to be like, let's check in on these two. Like,
yeah,
we haven't seen them a lot. They've been doing Conan the Barbarian stuff. How are they?
It also gives him a chance to kind of give status quo checks on how they're feeling about the rest of the X-Men. For example, Storm has been depowered. She is about to, in the next issue, go do Life Death 2.
She's going to do a Life Death 2.
So Kitty is, like, wow, man, I miss when Storm had her powers and could fly. And, they're ad-libbing about the various teammates, because it's kind of the classic team back together. So, there's a little bit of that in here. We also get some Nimrod, some Jaime Rodriguez.
My favorite thing is that why was Nimrod a construction worker for so long? He was just vibing.
Yep.
Love that. I love construction. Construction worker Nimrod and construction worker Thor should have had a job together.
Oh, that would have been fun. Yeah.
We could. Hey, Marvel, you're doing really boring stories about the past. You have my number because you paid me $200 once.
I'm sure editorial is rushing to the phone as we speak, Zach.
Editorial. I am working in the construction business now. I have first-party insights. How many people, this is not a bit, how many people have comic art prominently featuring an air conditioner being crane lifted in their room? Because I do, and Tom Riley drew that.
Oh, I love this.
I'm just saying, we could do it.
Sure. Oh, now I'm
construction worker right now. Actually, I'm not up to speed on things, but I'm pretty sure he's currently a construction worker. You could just do that story in the present if you wanted. Me and Ewing are tight. Like, and by tight, I mean he would say, "Oh yeah, that guy."
Is there anything else we missed on this particular issue?
I'm just riffing at this point, buddy.
Yeah, there's a quick epilogue with Storm, but I don't think this is as good as that last Doom story.
It's also not as good as the next Doom story the next Arcade story, because less than a year later we'll get the Nightcrawler Arcade story, which is heads and shoulders above this. I think Claremont just stops doing Arcade. He realizes that he has gone past all of his potential.
He's done it too many times. So where does this go?
Where is 204? We have that at 464 on our list.
Yeah.
Which feels low, but just like the number feels low to me.
Yeah, it's okay. I definitely agree that I don't think that this is as good as that.
Is this better than the time that Kitty Pryde was forced to marry Caliban?
No. And that's at what?
480 something. 487.
Yeah.
Is this better than Doom 2099, that arc in the Savage Land with Bloodhawk?
Yes.
Okay, so we have
This is better than the last 4 issues of Nightcrawler, volume whatever, with Bloody Bess and the Shadow King at 516.
It's not better than Dark Reign, the list Wolverine, the comic where Wolverine saves the day with atheism. Wolverine doesn't save the day with atheism. 2 other characters save the day with atheism, and Wolverine stays agnostic.
Okay,
you remember that episode of X-Men the Animated Series where Wolverine fully commits his life to Jesus Christ as his personal Lord and Savior?
Whoa, no, I do not.
It's the Nightcrawler episode. Again, am I going to need to replace you with Anna so someone gets my jokes? Because Anna knows these references that I'm making.
Hey, I know some references. I'm on the show.
Some references. It's fine. It's just we're 0 for 2 on specific jokes. It's okay. It's okay. Some of them are for the audience and not even for Adam. Because there's folks in the audience who are eating this up.
Could just go right over my head. A story that I think may have gone over many listeners' head is our final one of the day, which is 2 issues from 1977. The first is Supervillain Team Up number 14, which is done by Bill Mantlo and Bob Hall. And the second part of this story weirdly doesn't just take place in the next issue. It takes place in Bill Mantlo's and Bob Hall's Champions number 16. Weird, but this is
no way they planned that.
This is billed as Dr. Doom and Magneto, supervillain team up. Though I don't know if I would call it a team up.
Supervillain Team Up was a Doctor Doom book in the vein of Marvel 2-in-1 and Marvel Team Up, but it was specifically Doctor Doom and some random other hero or villain. Yes. So the first one is Doctor Doom teams up with Namor. That seems like it would just be a Fantastic Four story. And that goes on for like a chunk of the book. And it's an Atuma story. And Bud, that's rough. If you're starting with Atuma. Oh, I get it, because those are the 2 most popular Fantastic Four villains. So giving them their own thing for most of this book is probably a good idea. I get that.
There's also a big chunk of this that takes place with Red Skull. So
I assume I've not read that. Dr. Doom also dislikes Red Skull.
Oh, yeah. By team up, it usually means they're fighting. They're not really teaming up. And in this case,
in the Marvel team up manner. Yes.
Yeah. The now recently re-aged by Eric the Red Magneto has decided to pay a visit to Latveria to see just how Dr. Doom gets all these people to just blindly worship him. And so this is very funny.
So beautiful that Dr. Doom is like, were you just a baby?
Yeah,
were you a baby? Did I hear you were a baby?
Magneto's like, you heard about that?
So good. Folks, again, this is literally right after Magneto unde-ages, or unbabyfies himself. Mm-hmm. Ages, I guess. We all unbabyfy ourselves on a timeline.
Re-ages.
Re-ages, that's a good word. He re-ages from being a baby and then fights the X-Men that one time where he beats them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, well, I don't know what to do. And we have to remember, Magneto at this point is just Dr. Doom, but for the X-Men.
Still very Silver Agey here.
Like, so they are a weird dynamic because they're identical at this point. They are both shouting the same things at each other.
Except Magneto is like clearly in awe of Dr. Doom and is like,
because Dr. Doom is the one with his own book.
Yeah. What's this book has a lot of really funny gags in it. One of them is a total like I'm rubber, you're glue scenario where Magneto tries to control Dr. Doom's metal suit and Dr. Doom is like, I magnet proofed this. Sorry. And Magneto goes flying. It's very funny.
That's a very Dr. Doom thing. Like, yes. Here's the thing. When I said at the start of this episode that Dr. Doom's stupid, I mean that in the way that, no, it's stupid if you take a man named Victor Von Doom, that seriously sometimes, because if you're Jonathan Hickman, you can pull it off, and anyone else, you have to remember his name is Victor Von Doom, and he very reasonably would have an anti-magnetic metal suit, specifically if Magneto would come after him.
Yes.
He operates on playground logic.
Bill Mantlo has a fantastic premise in this two issue story, which is that Dr. Doom does maintain control of not only Latveria, but if he wants to, he's already conquered the world through neurogas. All he has to do is activate it, and everyone will be under his control. Except Magneto is so enticing to Dr. Doom that he allows Dr. Doom to drink the antidote. And I just love the idea that Dr. Doom already figured out how to conquer the world. All he has to do is snap his fingers and make it happen.
And again, I love it. Does not take away from the fact that Dr. Doom's pretty dumb.
Well, that in itself is silly. It's very superhero-y comics dumb.
Take it, accept it for all I want is for comic book weirdos to accept it for what it is. You spent too long being like, well, we're the persecuted ones. I like X-Men because people are mean to me at school. And it's like, they're not, you're just weird. It's fine. You'll blossom in your 20s. It's okay. You will. But like, accept these things for what they are. They're silly little fun make-em-ups.
So where the story kind of takes a turn, I don't know if this is where, you kept on or dropped off here, is we've got Magneto who realizes he's kind of got to stop Doom and teams up with Hank McCoy, who's now on the Champions, and the Champions are under Doom's control.
Hank's not on the Champions right now. Hank's on the Avengers right now.
He's on the Avengers. So he convinces Hank to team up with him in Champion 16 to go basically try and get the Champions.
Hank also isn't impacted by the mind gas.
Right.
For reasons. I'm sure they're stated, but are they important? No.
So we get them fighting the Champions. Doom sicks the Hulk on them. Like, this is a pretty big, dog pile here. And the Ghost Rider joins Beast and Magneto, which I think is pretty fun.
Oh, it's very good because Ghost Rider can't be possessed because he's already possessed.
Well, because he doesn't breathe.
Yeah. That's
They're
what
like,
it is.
Well, doesn't the neurogas affect Ghost Rider? And he's like, I'm breathing. I'm a skull on fire.
I'm a skeleton. How would this work? Oh, I need to read more 70s Ghost Rider. I can't imagine that it's good.
Yeah. And Ghost Rider is actually the one that saves the day because he unleashes his hellfire. He
burns all the neurogas.
Well, he sets Doom on fire to the point where Doom has to remove his mask, which means that Doom breathes in the neurogas, which then for some reason nullifies the neurogas for everyone else in the world. It's a weird paradox situation that doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. It's comics.
Can I tell you one thing that was weird about this comic?
Sure.
The weird amount of Jimmy Carter in it.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter is really a bad caricature of him and is bowing down to Doom like, what do y'all need? Longhorn, what's it? Foghorn Leghorn? I don't know.
It's odd though. While we think of Jimmy Carter as the one nice president, Jimmy Carter was not well loved during his time due to a lot of different things that were going on, largely around the oil crisis and some economic downturns that were happening. So Jimmy Carter just wasn't I don't know the exact timeline of when the table started to turn on Jimmy Carter, but he
was not a well-liked president, and he did appear in, at least a dozen Marvel comics of the time. So, there was a tradition of writing current political characters into comics that, was happening.
They made Richard Nixon one of the most evil men
Yes.
to ever exist. They turned Ronald Reagan into a lizard person. That's not a joke. They had Magneto strip George W. And throw him on the White House lawn. And I'm just going to say it. They're cowards.
Balls in your court, Marvel.
They're cowards. No, the only time a president has been like shown as, no, that's the president, since, 2016, was once in Daredevil, where Joe Biden, super hidden, was talking about how actually he's been possessed by the hand and he lives in hell now.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Very funny panel. Love it to death. Not the funniest Joe Biden-based comic book panel. That's in Mark Miller and Pepe Larraz's Big Time book or whatever it is, where...
Oh, God, yeah. Not a Marvel comic.
Not a Marvel comic, but dear God. So beautiful that Kick-Ass from the comic Kick-Ass says, well, if Joe Biden needs my help, I'm going to be there. And he's 100% sincere.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful pages of comics that's ever existed.
By one of my least favorite writers.
It's not good. Again, it's a really bad comic. It looks great. Don't read the words. Look at those pictures and then go to the part where Joe Biden explicitly says, I need all the superheroes to help. And Kick-Ass from the comic book Kick-Ass is like, I will listen to my good friend and President Joe Biden. We're two white guys with a podcast. I want to be... No, actually, no. You guys know where we stand on everything. We're allowed to make fun of Joe Biden, though. Okay.
Yes, we are.
I voted today. It's okay.
Yes. Champions. I don't know. It's okay. I don't love the Champions. Like, it's just like the Hulk shows up so that he can fight Hercules, and I don't care too much about Hercules. I don't know. I love the Ghost Rider stuff, but like again,
Champions was a book.
It was
that existed to say, we got these other characters, I guess,
yeah.
And we already have a Defenders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do we do with them? Which doesn't make it good. And it's one thing I think is charming about this is it's doing the 1970s Marvel Comics thing where you're not going to finish your story in a book and they're going to cancel you just whenever. And instead of being like, and now we'll never know what happens, they'll be like, what's another failing book that we can put and have you do for like an issue? So you'll have weird stories that are like one person's arc, but told between like 4 different comics, all of which are about to be canceled.
Well, and this is something that does happen to the Champions book multiple times, but I do find it amusing that, like, if you go to the Marvel Wiki, the previous issue of Champions 16 is listed as Champions 15, Supervillain Team Up 14, and Iron Man Annual number 4. And as if anyone who was reading this book at the time was, how the heck were they supposed to know that? I don't know. Like,
you read Stan's Soapbox? And you got the issue. Hey, we should have read Champions 15. Sorry, Swarm's in that one.
What? Yeah.
The Nazi bees.
The bees. Yeah. But that's not part of this story.
It's not. I just... Oh, man. John Byrne created Swarm. Now I'm mixed on Swarm. Anyway, Swarm does not appear on this. Actually, it's great. Broken Clocks. This comic's bad. And does emphasize, again, Doctor Doom can be written poorly, and I am not sure that Doctor Doom has actually been written well in a single X-Men comic that has ever existed.
I enjoyed this. It's very silly. It's the kind of thing that, like, still is holding on to that, like, wacky kind of Silver Age energy. But yeah, I don't know if I would call it good, per se, you know?
Yeah.
Where's it go on the list?
I don't know, man. This is the worst comic we've covered today, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like this is active. It
might actually be more fun than the second story we talked about, but it's not as good. It's not as well written.
Yeah. So it has to go below there.
Now down at 786, we have Marvel 2-in-1 number 76 featuring Thing and Iceman.
That's when they do a circus. This is better than that.
Okay. All right. Is this better or worse than its 700 Colossus Bloodline?
It's worse than Colossus Bloodline.
Okay.
it's worse than the Daddy Boros issue of X Factor.
Yes.
That's 767.
Yep.
Adam, is this better or worse than North Star's coming out issue? It's worse than that. Okay, I had to say it out loud. I had to just hear the words.
I don't know. That's not a really, I don't know. That's doing something important, and it's not a good issue of comics, though.
No, but this isn't a good issue of comics. This has the exact same energy as North Star doing the most superhero pose while saying, "I'm gay."
Yes.
It has that same energy.
I don't remember X Factor 237 to 239. What happens there?
What happens is we don't write things down the way that we should.
Hold on, I'm just looking at them.
That's the road trip that they do where with the Morrigan and stuff. This is worse than that, but better than Deadpool Max Peru.
Great. All right. So that marks 3. Well, I guess technically 1 actual Doctor Doom appearance, but
a single canonical Doom.
Yes.
But I forget who. This seems like a Ryan North thing, but maybe I'm just making this up in my head. But I like the idea that all Dooms may or may not be Doombots, and you can never be 100% sure, and you never will be 100% sure if it's really Doom or a Doombot. And in any story, it doesn't matter what any previous canon has said. Any of those Dooms may or may not be Doombots.
I like this. That's the best approach. That's the best approach to Doom.
You have to accept that. Maybe. Hey, it's weird that he also has his own army of robots that look exactly like him called Doom. But Doom's a weird character, man.
He is.
They have a whole Marvel event going on where Doctor Doom is rules the universe.
Yes.
I've not read that comic.
I have not either. I've flipped through it though. It has beautiful RB Silva art. So
RB Silva. I did see that RB Silva drew a death in that book that I thought was truly insane and bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way he drew it. RB Silva never changed king. Adam.
Hi.
This was fun. I liked making fun of Doctor Doom with you. Again, a lot of people like Doctor Doom, and they're going to be mad at me. But
I think you're raising some good points, and I still love Doctor Doom, so it's okay. I think you're just saying not to take him too seriously.
I think people take Doctor Doom really seriously.
Yeah.
I think people take Doctor Doom so serious, and he's Doctor Doom.
I think you're.
He once made armor out of the soul of a woman who loved him purely and truly, so he could have cool magic armor to fight Reed Richards. And people were like, "That's out of character for Doom." I said, "No, you're just mad that you're wooby little. Oh, I'm so noble, but also I am a fascist dictator. But also we are the most socialist country. But people try and make Doom all these things. Doom can just be Doom. Let Doom be Doom. Doom be Doom Doom. Doom Doom be Doom Doom.
Let Doom be Doom. All right. It felt like an episode.
It felt like an episode. It felt like we fulfilled our social contract with the folks whose headphones we live in. Adam, what do you got going on next week?
What's going on? You guys can always follow on social, Adam Rec on Blue Sky and Instagram. Comics XF is still doing Age of Revelation Roundtable. I don't know if I'm in the latest one because I've been traveling, but still check it out.
I heard Galm. I heard Galm's back.
There was a Galm joke this past week.
Galm's back, guys.
Galm's back and better than ever.
So funny.
Now, Zach,
funny to me personally.
We actually know what we're doing next time. So what's happening on the next episode?
Oh man, that's a great question. And to answer that question, I would have to do an Irish accent, laddie. No, that's Scottish. I can't do that. So we're doing. Well, no, that's my Moira. That can be my Moira.
Okay.
We're doing a Moira and Banshee episode, folks. It's going to be fun. Some values of fun. But until then, folks, this has been Battle of the Atom. We hope you survived the experience.
Get it!